Last class we studied the basis of classification of animal kingdom. Based on that different features, animal kingdom is divided into different phyla. These are phylum Porifera, Cylindrata or Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata. We can study the characters of each phylum one by one. Okay. The first one is phylum Porifera. Phylum Porifera. These are commonly known as sponges. Commonly known as the sponges. These are marine organisms. Okay. And they have cellular grade of organization and they are asymmetrical in nature. There is no symmetry. Okay. And here I told they are poriferans, means pore bearing animals. Their body contains many openings. These openings are known as ostia. So the water enters into their body through these minute openings. These are marine, so they are living in water. So always the water enters into the body through these minute openings called ostia. And there is a central cavity called spongocoel. Okay, and they have a characteristic water transport system or water canal system. And when the water enters into the body, it moves like this, and at that time the exchange of respiratory gases and food intake, everything takes place, and the waste material is eliminated out through a single large opening at the top called osculum. So the water is eliminated out through this opening. Water enters inside through ostia, eliminated out through osculum, and the central cavity is spongocoel. It is lined by cells called choanocytes. Choanocytes or collar cells. Okay? And the body is supported with the help of skeleton called spicules. The skeleton is made up of spicules or spongin fibers. Okay. Here the digestion is intracellular. It takes place inside the cell. And the sexes are not separated. Egg and sperm produced by the same individual. Such animals are known as the hermaphrodite. Sexes are not separated. Okay. And they reproduce asexually by fragmentation. But sexual reproduction includes the formation of gametes. And the fertilization takes place internally and development is indirect. That means larval stage is there. Okay. And the important examples are cycad, sponchilla, etc. That is the different characters of phylum Porifera. Okay. Now we can move to the next phylum, that is phylum Cylindrata. Phylum Cylindrata or Cnidaria. These are also marine animals, aquatic, mostly marine. They are sessile or free swimming. Sessile means fixed. These are attached to the substrata. They are not free swimming. Okay, but some free swimming organisms are also there. And they have a tissue level of organization. They are diploblastic and they are radially symmetrical. Okay. Here they are known as the Cnidaria because they possess a special stinging capsule called cnidoblast. Cnidoblast. Because of the presence of this special stinging capsule, they are known as Cnidaria. And this stinging capsule is used for defense purpose, food capturing, anchoring, etc. Okay. Here the digestion is extracellular and intracellular. and their digestive system is incomplete because they have only mouth. It is incomplete digestive system. And the most important feature of Coelenterata is they form two basic forms. Okay, two basic life forms are there. One is polyp and the other one is medusa. So two life forms are there, polyp and medusa. Polyp is cylindrical in shape, sessile attached forms and are asexual. So these are asexual, sessile and cylindrical in shape. Whereas medusa are umbrella shaped, they are free swimming as well as sexual forms. Okay, these are asexual, these are sexual. It is sessile, it is free swimming. It is cylindrical, it is umbrella shaped. Here the example is hydra. Okay, here medusa example is jellyfish. Okay, but in some cnidarians like Obelia, they exist in both forms. There is an alternation of generation. They reproduce asexually by budding and that bud develops into the sexual forms. Okay, that is Obelia. One example is Obelia. It shows alternation of generation. It is otherwise known as metagenesis. Alternation of generation or metagenesis. Okay, that is the important features of phylum Coelenterata or Cnidaria. The next one is phylum Ctenophora. Ctenophora. Here Ctenophora are also marine. They are also showing tissue level of organization, diploblastic, radially symmetrical, and they are generally known as sea walnut or comb jellies because they possess some ciliated comb plates for locomotion. They have 8 external ciliated comb plates. Okay, and the most important feature of Ctenophora is they have the capacity to emit light, and that phenomenon of emitting light by a living organism is known as bioluminescence. Bioluminescence. So Ctenophora has the ability to emit light. That means they are showing bioluminescence. Okay, here also the digestion is extracellular and intracellular. Here the fertilization is external but development is indirect. Okay, and they reproduce sexually. Example Ctenoplana. Okay, that's about the phylum Ctenophora. The next one is phylum Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. Okay, they are generally known as the flatworms. Flatworms. They are dorsiventrally flat, leaf-like organisms. Here they are acoelomate animals. The coelom is absent. They are triploblastic in nature. Okay, and they have bilateral symmetry, and generally they are endoparasites. Okay, so they are endoparasite, bilaterally symmetrical, acoelomate and triploblastic animals. Okay, and here they have some parasitic adaptations also. Most of the organisms possess hooks and suckers, okay, in order to live inside the body of the host, and they directly take the nutrients from the host organism. And there is a special osmoregulatory and excretory organ called a flame cell. Flame cell. Okay. Here the sexes are not separated. Here the fertilization is internal and development is indirect through larval stages. Okay. Example planaria, liver fluke, etc. The next phyla, that is Aschelminthes. Okay. In platyhelminthes, they are generally flatworms, but here these are known as the roundworms. Aschelminthes are roundworms. Okay, and they are free living or parasitic, aquatic or terrestrial, and they are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, pseudocoelomate animals with organ system level of organization. Okay. Here the digestive system is complete. They have a muscular pharynx also, and an excretory tube help to eliminate the waste material from the body. And here the Aschelminthes, sexes are separate. Male and female organisms are different. So it is known as dioecious. Dioecious. Male and female organisms are different. Generally females are larger than the males. We can easily distinguish them. Example, in Ascaris, male and female, we can easily distinguish which is male and which is female. Here, fertilization is internal and development takes place through directly or indirectly. Sometimes with the larval stages or sometimes without larval stages. Main examples are Ascaris, hookworm, filarial worm, etc. Okay. So, today we learned phylum Porifera, Coelenterata, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes and Aschelminthes. The remaining phylum we can study in the next class. Okay. Thank you.